if I want to do this right, I know that I've got to read the instructions. So I've got the manual here. I also purchased myself a highly rated set of wire strippers, and I also grabbed myself some terminal blocks. One of the things that I want to do is make sure that my grounding and some of my extra power stuff is nice and tidy under that dashboard. So I figured that was the best way to go. Got my wires waiting for me. Got my dashboard all cleared out like you saw in the other episode. I'm gonna do some reading. My understanding is that I have to separate some wires from different looms. There is an interior, a front, and a back. Once I get that figured out, then I'm going to get my mount figured out. I gotta smooth down a lip here so that I can get everything put together nicely. Cabling. How do I run it for the tail section? Because how it comes together is that it does meet up with everything here, so I'm not really 100% sure on how exactly I want to route it or the best way to route it. I think I am going to stick inside and I'm going to run it down here. I'm going to put it in some steel tubing, and then my foot when I get in, or the driver's foot when they get in, can just brush it. It's not a big deal. As you can see, I'm out from the firewall quite a bit. Wires are going to move. They're not going to run into anything. Is it too high? It all depends on what happens when we get the brake booster in and where we position it. I didn't like the placement of the fuse block, which I showed earlier. So what I ended up doing after talking to Tim and sending some pictures back and forth was I ended up placing it here on the side. Now, it's not as pretty and hidden as maybe I would have liked, but I also think that it's not really in the way. I don't think I'll hit it with my knee when I get in. I separated out the wires the best that I could and then just marked them with some tape. Got my exterior stuff out here hanging over the window. It's pretty long. Now, Painless is really good about labeling all their wires and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty straightforward, but I was finding it starting to get a little bit overwhelming as I was sifting through because I'm trying to figure out the best way to run things. That took a little bit longer than expected, but went on for as long as I did expect it, if that makes any sense at all. Managed to get some wiring through the firewall. That's the grommet that came with the kit, and funny enough, all I had to do was remove an old grommet that was already there, and that one fit in no problem whatsoever. Started to get things organized in here. I've got to get some tabs or something like that so that I can attach this to the firewall properly and make it look neat. All in all, I'm happy with the way things are turning out. I am taking my time with it, so it will be a while. This is going to be one of those episodes that instead of kind of shooting everything in a day, it's probably going to take a few days. I'm going to head out, but everybody else is going to be able to see me in a snap, and I'll be back. And I'm back for another day of working on the electrical and this old girl. Now, after I turned off the camera the last time, I had a bit of a realization, and I dove back underneath the dashboard and made a change. It was one of those things that should have been obvious from the get-go. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but it's going to make a big difference. So, originally, I had our wiring coming out of here along this side. I don't know why, I just had it in my brain that I wanted it that way. But then, I decided to move it up to here and come out the top, which is going to give me way more length on everything and way more options in terms of how I run stuff up top. Then I did a little bit of research to see the best way to keep things in check. So what I did was, went over to the store and grabbed some of these guys. Mount on the firewall, mount on metal, anywhere inside underneath the dash. Can run a zip tie through there. The one thing I am a little bit leery of is these sticky pads. I don't think that they'll hold up for very long. So what I ended up doing was went over to the hardware store, got myself various different screws. I'll drill a hole, put something through the middle there, and then they're never going anywhere, and I can keep things nice and tidy. I also went and grabbed piece of tubing. It's probably too long to put into the car right now, but I'm just gonna run the wires for the back through there. I'm just gonna have to measure things up, cut it down to size, and then I'm just gonna clamp it all along here with our little clamps. One last thing that I will work on today is I grab this guy, GPS speedometer. I figured why not splurge a little, cut a hole in the dash to put that in, don't have to run any wires to the transmission at all. There's a little sensor that comes with it that sits on the dashboard. Got it online for super cheap. It was well reviewed, so I'm hoping that it does the trick. I'll talk about it a little bit more after I cut the hole and start doing the installation. So I ended up contorting myself under here for a bit, but things are moving along pretty nicely. Got my wires all up in those guides. I don't imagine anything's gonna fall up. I'll have to measure and to give this guy a slice. So I cleaned up my tail light and well, back end wiring, brought it down here. There was a nice little ridge here, probably it's from the upholstery from before, so I was able to connect it into here. These wires are for the dimmer switch, so that's why they're left out. I'm gonna have to just drill a hole and run them across there. But then I've got everything here in my rod. So now it's just a matter of getting it held down, which I've got, where'd they go? These guys here. So they're just gonna clip on like that. I'm gonna bolt it down. The beauty of this, like I always say, rat rod, so I don't have to worry too much about it looking fancy, although it does look pretty neat how it's gonna go. Make sure to tape this up. I also smooth the edges in here and stuff like that so that there's no issues at all with rubbing and cutting on that stuff. And then once I get this connected down, I've just got my wires to run into the trunk. There we go. In, nice and solid. This stuff is just what you'd use in a house for running cable. Gonna miss the door entirely when it closes. I'll close that one back here. Close this guy. Runs down there, very nice. And now, get a hole drilled back here, get that into the trunk, plus finish up my stuff at the front. And there we go. So, ran this guy through. Gonna run this up here. We've got a hole in there behind the seat from before. I think what's going to happen here, for the most part, there might be a little bit of chunk exposed here, but you can see this is basically where the seat sits, so we won't have to worry too much about any kind of low protection for that wire. And then it runs through there. Now, I was going to fasten it down here and a couple of other spots, but all my bits broke for my screws that hold those little keepers down. So I'm going to have to get some more drill bits. But we've got cable coming here, and then I can just start running over to different sides. Another thing too that I thought's pretty cool, grab my light here. Woo! That everything is run in a pretty tidy manner right across the back there, waiting for stuff to go in. All right, let's get this guy open and have a look at everything that's inside. Some instructions. The gauge itself, and then there is the GPS unit. Not a very big cable. I think I already know where I want to run it. Now, one thing I want to double check is, this just comes out. Oh, what else we got? Oh, and in here too, got the power cable. Looks pretty straightforward. Oh, all right. Let's see how well this guy fits into this. Oh, that's too funny. I could not have made it or asked for it to fit better. Look at that. I thought that when I was making this panel that it would be smaller, so that's why I've got this chunk here. I was going to cut a hole in it and then place that through. But the way things are with this, it's not going to matter at all. So basically all I've got to do then is spin this guy back on. Fits right in like a glove. That's gonna look pretty rad, actually. So what I'm gonna do now then is I will set that aside, cut along the one line there, get rid of this piece, so then we're only gonna have this one left for the gauges, and then I'll set everything in and see how it looks. Fits super nice. One problem that I'm running into though is we've got this gap right here now, and I'm gonna fill that in at least so it looks a little bit better. I've also got, you can see there's a little bit of an open space there. That's me being nitpicky. I'm not gonna worry about filling in this gap here. Might be a bit of a dirt collector, I don't know, but I'm gonna just work on getting that looking nice. But that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Next time up, what we're gonna start doing is working on the tail section, and I'm gonna start working on the dash section here, getting this wired up, getting our friends over there wired up, and slowly cleaning up this. But I think that was quite a bit accomplished. I'm very happy with what's gone on. Big steps compared to when I started earlier on. So, hope you have a good one.